team?
I am. Like players, coaches, administration, the town, the fans. I mean, this place is nuts today. I say it all the time. It takes a village, and the Herman Village is special. But we've said it for the last couple of years. Like, we need to take steps forward in our program. We want to play for state championships. In order to do that, we got to play good football teams. We got to play the best of the best. And that 3-game stretch right there is no exception whatsoever. I mean, FA's a great program. Wells, how storied are they? And they're a great football team. So for us to be 2-0 in that 2-game stretch, I couldn't be happier right now. What's so great with us, we can be balanced. I mean, up at FA, we were more ground and pound, didn't really get out of the tee a whole lot. And then tonight we were able to throw the football.
And you knew Wells would probably make some plays here to make it a game here in the fourth quarter. But you always say defense wins championships, and when you guys needed to play, your defense came up.
We said it at halftime, like, that's Wells over there, guys. Like, they're gonna come chomping out in the second half. They're super well coached. They're gonna make some adjustments, which they did. And my coaches, I thought, at halftime and on the fly, made some great adjustments as well. Man, what a football game. I don't even know what to say. Just a good football game.
Congratulations. Thanks for your time.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Coach, got off to a quick start. That kind of a drawn-up play to get the game started.
Yep. Yeah, we wanted to take a shot with Lucas and cashed it in.
Yeah, and then kind of your defense took over after that. Maybe some of your key defensive players today that really stepped up.
Yeah, I mean, we were good across the board. I don't know without, Finn Holmes made a bunch of tackles, but our edge was great. I mean, we knew coming in that we had to contain Clausen, or at least try to. I mean, he's a dynamic runner, so Aiden Bryant and Caleb Briggs on the other side had the assignment of containing him and trying to bracket him and keep him, somewhat in the pocket. I think for the most part we did that. He got a couple, but like he didn't achieve what he normally does, and that is a testament to our discipline on the defensive side.
Now, from late in the second quarter till the rest of the game, you really took over. Any adjustments made, or?
I mean, at the end of the second quarter, we just played with a little more urgency, and sometimes when we play with more urgency, we play with a little more efficiency. So I think there's something to be said about that when we put a little bit of pressure on them to play faster, and they seem to respond well to that. And then second half, we were just waiting for somebody to make a play, and Simon made a play, and that let us breathe a little bit, and it gave the defense a little more confidence. So felt really good about the rest of it.
And now you switched up the quarterback there for a few plays.
Yeah,
just a different look.
We did it in the second quarter too. Unfortunately, we were behind the sticks early in that series, so he only got 3 plays. And I mean, we want to try to find a spot for him, and you see what happens when we do. So that was he was opportunistic about his time.
No, obviously good to get back on the winning side of things here at home, back where you usually are, and good going forward. A big travel next week, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's a first for me, first for us, first for the school, I think, to travel across state lines and play. So we'll have fun with it. It'll be a challenge, but we'll try to have fun with it.
All right, thank you, dude.
Okay, thanks.
Annabelle, first, how's preseason going so far? It's only been a few days.
I think it's going pretty well. The team's working really well together, and yeah, it's a good dynamic that we have.
Now, is there maybe a little extra motivation considering how far you got last year and fell maybe one game short of your final goal?
Yeah, definitely. We definitely have a mentality that we want to go far and do a lot this season and focus on a lot of stuff that we need to work on. So yeah.
What can you maybe take out of last year? Because obviously it was a really good season. Can you take anything out of that last year into this year?
I think one of the things that we did good with our last year was our speed. And if we keep up with our speed and our passing, that's really going to help us through this year get far.
Now, got any I know you got a lot of kind of veterans back, yourself and a few other key players, but any maybe newcomers that you think might step up?
I think the 2 freshmen that we have, they've really stepped up and showed a lot in practice, Lakai and Elena, and I think they're going to do really well this upcoming season as freshmen. So
excellent. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
First, start with how's preseason going so far?
Good. Most of us are in shape. The ones that played last year, definitely. The athletic, like getting used to the team that you're playing with, getting to know people, that's going good too. So you're getting to learn like their patterns, and so good.
Now your role on the team, correct me if I'm wrong, but is you play defense, right?
I did last year.
Okay, so that might change this year?
Well, I don't know, because during all summer soccer, I was playing in the middle, but Jasmine might be the main defender. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Now, what I asked Annabelle this too, but what maybe can you take out of last year? You had a very successful year. Obviously, fell probably one game short where you wanted to go. But what can you take positively out of that?
Most of us are back here. I mean, we lost Abby and Claire and a few other people, but I feel like the energy of the players that are here again is still here, and we're hoping for a title this year. So I feel like we're ready.
Yeah, and obviously in the preseason, obviously the regular season when it matters most. But you got some good competition in the preseason. It's the teams you played at the George Stevens and Madison, the regional championship in the states. Do you think that's gonna help get you ready for the regular season?
I think so. I think seeing what the teams we had a really hard time with last year, seeing them now, and getting to learn like what they're like this year, who they lost, who they gained, like seeing that will help us get set up for playing them. So
excellent. Good luck. Brooklyn, start with how's the preseason going so far?
Pretty good.
Yeah, and you guys kind of working on getting in shape for the season coming up.
Yeah, we've definitely been doing a lot of running.
Yeah, and how's does it help? As I said, having yourself and a bunch of other kind of veteran players now back. How's that going to help you?
Good, because we already know like the game, and like in 8-man we know that there's a lot more running, and there's like we have to do more to help.
And how do you think that's going to help? You guys played an 8-player last year as the first year for the school, and how's that going to help maybe transition into this season?
Where there's like so many that have already been like we already are back, and we already know like what we're doing. It'll just like there's so many that have come back already, but we did lose 6 seniors last year. So.
Yeah, and maybe some players that maybe you hope maybe like younger players to step in to maybe to kind of try to. I mean those players are going to be hard to replace, but maybe some that are going to try to fill that role.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. Like a bunch of the freshmen are pretty good, and like sophomores, they're pretty good as well. And I think they'll just like be able to like kind of fill in those spots.
Excellent, thank you.
Ball team.
I am. Like players, coaches, administration, the town, the fans. I mean, this place is nuts today. I say it all the time. It takes a village, and the Herman Village is special. But we've said it for the last couple of years. Like we need to take steps forward in our program. We want to play for state championships. In order to do that, we got to play good football teams. We got to play the best of the best. And that 3-game stretch right there is no exception whatsoever. I mean, FA's a great program. Wells, how storied are they? And they're a great football team. So for us to be 2-0 in that 2-game stretch, I couldn't be happier right now. What's so great with us, we can be balanced. I mean, up at FA, we were more ground and pound, didn't really get out of the tee a whole lot. And then tonight we were able to throw the football.
And you knew Wells would probably make some plays here to make it a game here in the fourth quarter. But you always say defense wins championships, and when you guys needed to play, your defense came up.
We said it at halftime, like that's Wells over there, guys. Like they're gonna come chomping out in the second half. They're super well coached. They're gonna make some adjustments, which they did. And my coaches, I thought, at halftime and on the fly, made some great adjustments as well. Man, what a football game! I don't even know what to say. Just a good football game.
Congratulations! Thanks for your time.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Senior leaders in this team, Mary and Lindsay. First out with you, Mary. They kind of controlled the early part of this game. That goal really changed everything, didn't it?
Definitely. We just had to keep up our momentum and just carry throughout the game, but we definitely felt like we weren't controlling much at the beginning of the game. So that goal definitely changed kind of the shift of the momentum. So
your first practice, did you think this could happen?
Yeah, I came to the first practice, and the first thing we do is a mile warm-up lap. I'm like, okay, this team means business, and I was kind of like, I was excited, I was ready.
Lindsay, you've been kind of the leader of this team for a while. When did you think this could happen?
I would say the first practice too. I just saw like everyone was so close, everyone was willing to work and be hard and push each other every day, and that makes a winning team.
Now you had 3 tough games with this team. Definitely, you feel like it's two best teams in this league, don't you?
Yes, definitely. They're a really good team.
Now, Mary, it looked like you tried to set up Annie on that right before you scored that last goal. Was that what you're trying to do?
Definitely. I was just trying to. We've talked all season about like when the defense collapses on one side, what's the opposite side, and we've been trying to do that a lot. We got a couple of good looks off of it, but we couldn't convert. But definitely the right way to play.
Lastly, how's it feel, both of you, to be called the state champions?
It feels amazing.
Excellent. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Coach, when did you feel like this could happen this day, being a state champion?
It was the hope early on, but again, you know, like I stated to you earlier, is we didn't have a whole lot of challenges earlier, but once we started getting, you know, the Dexters and the Wisdoms and obviously playoffs, we knew there was something special there. You know, once we started getting tested and taking care of business. So really happy with the girls, the efforts all year long. They worked hard. Once we got going, like, I didn't have to push them a lot. They pushed each other, and that's a beautiful thing when that happens.
Now, this game, the very early minutes, they kind of controlled possession, but that goal that Mary scored to make it 1-0 really kind of changed everything, didn't it?
They did, and that's happened every time we've played them. We've kind of been on our heels for some reason for the first 6 or 8 minutes, almost like we're trying to take it in and remember how they play. And then we kind of try to turn the changes a little bit. So.
Now, I know we talked about this early in the season, but just the way Mary and Annie kind of mixed in with the group, it started the first practice, didn't it?
It certainly did. Like, this team is special. They truly love each other, from you know, the hangouts to the sleepovers to the team dinners. Like, this group wants to be together. You know, they love the practices because they get to spend more time together. So we're sad to see it end. So.
How's it feel to be called state champion?
It's phenomenal. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Trey, first time since 1985. What were you doing in 1985?
I was 5 years old. I was probably at home. Who knows?
But Telstar had a good game plan coming in. They really played you tough. During your break, you went to Hamden. Did that kind of help in a game like this?
Yeah, it definitely helped. You know, being able to get out on the turf, play a strong team like Hamden. You know, that definitely helped us. You know, and of course, playing here Thursday night. You know, and then coming in Saturday morning, basically. You know, you don't have a lot of time to prepare. You know, and we really hadn't seen a ton on Telstar this year, but you know, we watched their game against Pine Tree and kind of got a feel of what they had.
And really, that goal late in the first half, that was huge, right? You didn't want to go into halftime 0-0.
Yeah, no, you know, we usually try to, you know, score within the first 6-7 minutes. But, you know, Telstar was tough, man. They worked their tails off, and it was a good test for us. We just happened to put a couple in.
The community support, probably the whole town's here, huh?
Yeah, basically the whole town. You know, field hockey, you know, the soccer girls are here. You know, people that haven't come to a game all year, you know, will come to something like this.
Lastly, maybe just talk about what these seniors brought, especially Brady and Noah, but really the whole senior group.
Yeah, I mean, I got 7 seniors, you know, 5 of them I've had, you know, from freshman year, even seeing them, you know, grow up through middle school rec. You know, they put the time in, they play in the off season, they come to summer. They're phenomenal leaders as well.
I guess not lastly now, how does it feel hearing Trey Gilbert state champion?
Definitely nice, especially with how long it's been. You know, I know the town, the community, the school, everybody was behind us, and it's a great group of boys. And, it's definitely bittersweet.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Start with you, Noah. What's this feel like?
Absolutely amazing. You know, this is what our goal was all season long after last year, so it's good that we actually can bring it home.
Brady, they really played you tough. You know, they had a good game plan coming in. Once you got that first goal late in the first half, that kind of changed everything, didn't it?
Oh yeah, I mean, it kind of opened things up. They kind of had to drop back a little bit and play more defensive. But then towards the end of the game, you know, they're down a goal, down 2 goals. They had to really pick it up, and they did. They brought it, put one in, so just had to play more defense at the end of the game.
You guys feel like you guys, the leaders of this team, kind of help keep everything together?
Yeah, definitely. You know, those guys, they look up to us and they watch how we play hard, and we just kind of help control the field.
Yeah, practice every day. I mean, they look at you, they see what you're doing, they see everything you do. As a bench player, you know, you see what the starters do. You want to mimic what they do, so you want to give good habits and show them what to do and lead them.
Chase, how's this feel? You're a junior, right? How's this feel?
Amazing. This is our goal from when we lost last year. This is all we wanted.
And how much are you going to miss these guys?
Very much. We're not going to be half as good next year.
Well, and just, you know, what you guys can talk about, maybe what this brings to the community. You know, you see the support you got over there. Just talk about that.
Yeah, I love seeing the fans come out. I mean, we got all kinds of them. It brings everybody together, it brings the community together, and it's just a fun time.
Now, Chase, what were you thinking when they cut that lead in half to 2-1? You were a little bit nervous?
It was definitely nerve-wracking because they're a strong team. They can easily put another one in and then tied up.
Noah, you had a lot more chances today than you did a lot of games this season. They really put a lot of pressure on, didn't they?
Yeah, definitely. you know, it definitely made me like test how good I am. But I mean, I was confident going into it. So.
All right. Lastly, just show your excitement.
Yeah!
Sage, this is a season opener. Was it kind of tough to get into things here tonight?
Yeah, it was definitely. I mean, we lost 7 seniors last year, so we were all kind of interested to see how this first game would feel, but I definitely think we played great and amazing.
How do the new players kind of interact?
Yeah, awesome. Our team chemistry is awesome. We're best friends off the court, and I think that really translates to how we play on the court. Yeah.
Now this game for both teams, a lot of local talent. Kind of seemed like a kind of high school all-star game. Is it kind of cool to play against and with all these players?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome to see them at the next level. I mean, I know I played against Maddie with Herman. They were my rivals my freshman and sophomore year in high school, so that was awesome to play her again her senior year. And girls from the county, it's just awesome to see them again on the college court.
They got it really close early in the fourth quarter. What did you maybe do differently in the end of the game, kind of to pull away?
Yeah, we kind of just started looking at it possession by possession, you know, just being like, we got to get a stop, we got to get a point here, let's not look too far ahead, let's just focus on what we're doing right now.
All right, good job.
He's done a great job. He's been off to a really good start. I know the ball didn't go in for him today, but he's really scored. He's given us a good offensive burst. Really every game except for today, and he had some good looks that he normally makes today. He just didn't go in. That's part of basketball. You know, we trust him on the defensive side of the basketball. He guarded Monroe a lot of possessions today. He was a really good player, and he did an excellent job there. So he's coming along. He's going to be a big part of it for us.
I think defensively we're doing pretty good. We just gotta rebounding. Obviously, we gotta do a better job rebounding and better at gambling and gaps and not fouling. Obviously, so then that'll transition better to offense.
I don't know what it is. Obviously, we weren't ready to go from the start tonight. We came out right away, and they outworked us the first half of that period, and that's not acceptable on home ice.
Now, only know this because the roster says it, but you wouldn't know you're a freshman out there. You just have a confidence out there?
What'd you say?
You just have the confidence out there that you can do it, huh?
I just have confidence in my line, truly. They're my heart and soul, truly. I love my team so much, and I couldn't do anything without those guys.
And I'm talking about that line. I mean, you know, you guys, not just you, but you know, Hobby had a couple of big runs, and then Fortin had a 98-yard run. That line really opens things up for all you, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I just have to say, I cannot enjoy anything more than seeing my fullback, Brody Bimson, break 3 tackles and go down the sideline. That was amazing.
That was amazing. And where you are as a team, it looks like you kind of locked up the number 2 spot with this victory. You know, what do you think maybe going into the last game of the regular season and the playoffs? What can you guys work on?
Just staying and doing our job, playing our position and playing it well. Not straying off of what we think we need to do, but working on what coaches tell us to do in practice. And then just having trust in each other that we'll make those plays and we'll stay in our position.
Now, as a freshman, how do you kind of mix in with the veterans on this team?
With the who?
The veterans on this team.
The veterans on this team, they've welcomed me in amazingly. I don't think I've had a warmer welcome ever with anything.